Start screaming. Starting the scream. Dubious health, dubious. It's the whole. Oh, whoa! We got the fast joiner, the only viewer, exclusive viewership. My stream health is orange, but it turned green the other day, so perhaps it's. Whoa! 2 people. Who am I? Jimmy Broadband? Jeez. I was assuming everybody certainly fell asleep after the Formula 1 race. That's not a spoiler, is it? That's just how it is. 4, 5, jeez, I'm popular. This is a record. There are people watching. Hi guys, thanks for joining in. I wasn't expecting people to show up. Nice. Streaming is the lazy boy's way of making a video. Just stream it, nobody will watch, but then it will be a video that some people might. I'll do some karting because I set a world record yesterday. And I don't know if it's because of some bug or not, but I figured let's make the most of this and see if we can do another world record karting. I suppose I'll just do a few laps and you can comment on how terrible everything looks, feels and sounds, and then we'll see from there. So let's see if Automobilista still works. See? Who's the boy on top of the timing sheets? 7/10 clear of P2, so at first there was elation, or yay, look at what I did, but I'm not sure. I don't think we changed anything, like gave the cards more grip or something, but this Jose 46 Lopez is no slowpoke either, so am I brilliant at this? You know, there's that 1 second that you think, oh, I must be brilliant, but then, perhaps I am. Perhaps something is wrong. Whatever the case may be, we'll make the most of it by pretending to be the world's best sim racer. So yeah, let's just do a lap. You can comment on what sort of bug has crept into the virtual experience, allowing me to take top spot. 1080p60, by the way. The only 1080p60 strap-on in sim racing. The biggest enemy will be the cut track warning. Oh, yep. I just love this combination. Let's see if we can get close to that world record. Hopefully it is one. And that's a cut track. I know. A special warm-up technique. As you all know, it's very important just to have the perfect warm-up. And doing a time off camera versus doing it on camera, and another one, is different. Oh yeah, wait. Wait till I get to the straight. I'll show you a feature of this point of view. Realistic karting, only here. Oh, yeah. That would have hurt. Let's have a quick look if everything's hunky-dory. What do they say? I already have the feeling that I bit off more than I can chew here. Any issues, people? Or is the image and sound okay? And you're just waiting for the actual talent that I promised. Oh shit. Yeah, it's a bit wobbly because there's a bit of force feedback, so it's hard to not wobble, I realize. It's a certain acquired taste, a point of view. But other than slight vomiting of some people, I don't read too many issues, so alright. Then I probably just, go quick then, instead of all this talking rubbish. Since I was concentrated and quiet when I did that, let's just try and see if we can get into the 45s again. Watching it in full screen might be a bit much. Okay, let me take a few laps, try and get in some sort of zone here. what? Seems to feel a bit more understeery than yesterday. To check if the setup is correct. Perhaps it's fine, probably is. I'll try to keep my head fairly still. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. I'm quite glad of that, at least that's evidence. Whew. Why am I doing this? Why? Evidence. It would have already been a world record, right? So we still have the camera pressure and the fact that it's become summer all of a sudden here working against me. Would have been P1. Whew. Whew, whew, whew. There, you witnessed, well, if I didn't beat my own world record already, you witnessed a world record. Damn. Okay, well. Good. Now let's see if we can break into those 45s. I'll when I do, I'll try to go to another place, Interlagos kart. See what we can do there. No idea if it's just a fluke that this combination that Jose Lopez did one lap and figured, well, I'm on the top, why continue? So let's go again. Oh yeah, I was gonna check setup. One issue sometimes with the automatic upshifts that we've configured automatically here is when the tires are in the air, the shifts go weird and you're in neutral or something. So you have to keep a bit of throttle sometimes. Ah, the magic is missing. I added a bit of rear anti-roll bar, that helped. Why didn't it save that? That's odd, it seems like I would have saved that. Let's do it anyway. YOLO. Yes. The favorite button doesn't work. See, I tried this one as well. Where? Favorite. What we did? Oh, what did just break? Come on, man. That's fine. What? Heh? I had no steering. Yeah, I have. All right. No technical issues will ever be allowed on this stream. All right, let's see. Chase one of those 45-second laps. This is definitely more oversteery. meaning less steering lock, less speed scrubbed off, but also meaning more risk of getting the back out. Did that just happen? That just happened. First time ever. I don't understand this, guys. Come on, man. Okay, I might not be the absolute worst at this thing. We just whooped butt. First lap. Jeez. So yeah, I'll make the most of this bug and try and get as far ahead as I can. It's not a special, hey, I'm a member of Ryza Studios, so this is the cheat version. No, it isn't. I guess it's also not quite true that nobody's done this combination. There are quite a few entries. And like I said, Jose Lopez is a quick boy who probably spent 2 minutes drunk at this combination, but hey. He runs via taller gearing. I also did a 45 with that though, so I run shorter gears to get more acceleration, but I lose a bit of time here. Oh, that was close. I can live with the off tracks, they're typically avoidable. Have to be careful here on the left. Boink. Okay, doesn't count, doesn't count. Just making sure to be slower. Just a few more laps, then I'll go to Interlagos, see if our luck Ah, that was great. Shame about the off track and the complete denial of this lap. Balls. Because I'm thinking I probably can be 1 second ahead of P2. On the perfect lap, which won't happen. Big slide. I've noticed yesterday engine doesn't like it being revved so high, so in a few laps it will die. But this is endurance racing. Oh, that's one way of doing it. That's... oh. That's I think that's a rightful off track we have there. Okay, well, let's just leave this place because I'm more curious to see what happens at Interlagos, because we clearly own everybody here. Still think there's there might still be something wrong, because me being the quickest is dubious, and then having an 8 or 9/10 gap to P2 even more dubious. Time trial. Interlagos. The big one. Yes, please. So yes, summer has arrived here in the Netherlands. We have our 1 week of good weather. Which means it's 30-ish degrees outside, and it will go on to be 33-ish. Setup files. Where was I? Brain freeze. See, it's hot, and you. Yeah. Let's hope I don't have anything strange here. What's that place called we were just at? No, why does it take big chunks? No. Yes. YOLO. Load. Favorite. 1 liter. That's all correct. I don't know about the gearing. We have the rear anti-roll bar. So let's see how it goes on this track. If we manage to do it here, 2 world records. Tricky place though this. Also, I haven't driven it quite as often as the other track. Oh, that's an off track. I don't agree with that. Been a long time since I drove the AMS default carts here, if I did it at all. So we cannot cut there, that's an off track. That's more like it, way off. Ow. Ow. I think there's also a 46 to get here. Oh geez. Well, we'll worry about that later. Let's first get into some sort of a rhythm, groove, whatever. I wonder where we will be off track there. Don't cut, don't cut. That's good. Oh, that's not an off track, that's good. Ah, balls. It's part of the damn track, man. Okay, well, let's see how many seconds I'm behind here. Oh, what? Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, 4/10. We might be able to do this, I think. It's a bit harder than the other track. Somehow I just rock at the other one. Feels like we're not using a lot of revs though, so let's go down a gear. Don't care about braking the engine. Drifto! I think I read in the comments that it must be nice with this wheel. It definitely is, and I actually think doing this with a Logitech or entry-level wheel is quite hard. You just don't get the feel around the center that you need. And when you do get a steering feel, you can be a lot more confident. Still not enough track, that's good. I was afraid that I would be off track as soon as I use the exit curb. Not yet. Do a bit of a flick there, get a bit of a four-wheel kart drift going. And that sucks. I'm used to using that curb a lot. Let's go right out. That's still allowed. Flick. Ooh, I have some understeer, and if throwing it in there might be better. Don't use exit curb too much. Bit too much of a slide, sadly. Nearly there, just 1/10, I think. I can do this completely. Oh boy. I think I put in the description it will be a sweat record, and I think we're right on our way. Yeah, flick it sooner there. That's probably better. Yeah, but if there is ever a vehicle in sim racing where good pedals and a direct drive wheel matter, it's a rear brake only go-kart. Having a feel for the lockup is so important, and having good off-center steering, like very rigid off-center steering, is very important too. Flick early. Bit of oversteer. Oh, ow, ow, ow. And you can really turn it in on the slight turning and brakes, and it'll enter, but it's so easy to overdo it. Like there, and it's easy to bog down if you overdo it, and then everybody will be impressed if you're sliding, but you'll be last. Ah. Kind of want more acceleration. Oh, let's do it. Ooh, wow. I almost killed myself there. Those are some very, very rigid tires to crash into. Oh, I lost a lot there. Oh man. It's getting hot in here, that's for sure. I'll try to not show you too much sweatiness. Let's just see how far I'm actually off. Keyboard, yeah, thank you, keyboard. Oh, it's very close indeed. Jose, I'm coming for you. Sorry, just getting carried away. Let me just see if everybody's buggered off. A mere 7 months waiting for a pedal set. That's not too bad. Kart sim, actually what motivated me to do a bit more karting is that kart sim, what is it called, Kartcraft, it's this nice new track out, looks really good. I figured, hey, karting, that's fun, let's do some of that. Thank you, user of my products. H pattern shifter, no, not anytime soon. See, because you don't need an H pattern shifter for go-karting, so yeah, that's why. Yeah. Sucking up doesn't work, sadly, Sebastian. Okay, well, 4/100ths of a second to find for the second world record in this stream. This is very dense content. Let's just see if we can destroy... Oh, more destroying of engines. Yeah, let's do that. That's better. No hands. Oh, it's nice when you can just break into the corner and it knows what you want to do, so it decides to make the perfect little slide. Oh, oversteer. Understeer. I think we're there. Or have I missed it? No, wait. I'm not sure. Let's go quicker just to be sure. So, if you are just as puzzled as I am, I'm not typically on top of any timesheets. A few things could be going on. I could actually be good at something, but it's very, very risky to think that. Some people, that's the first thing they think. Something goes well. Oh, I'm great at this. So I'm kind of thinking I am great at this, but history has proven many times that it's far more likely that something else is going on. So perhaps nobody is driving this content So these are relatively easy world records, but still. Those who are quick might not have a direct drive wheel, which is helping me. Or the physics have changed somehow ever since everybody did their laps. Oh! Phew. Ah, bad. And that would allow me to be quick. I don't think a lot of that is going on, actually. We haven't touched the carbs, I think, in a long time. Identical time. Let's see, where are we? Oh, it's so hot. It is so... It's melting hot here. P1. It's a bit of a lame gap though, but I'll leave you with this screen while I go pee, because you know in karting it's all about the weight, and I can shave a couple hundred cc off. Be right back. Oh, there's a lot of sweat. Of all the hobbies. To see if this contraption still works. That's one. Yep. Oh yeah, there we are. It's a bit of a minor gap to the guy in P2. We have to find some more time. Hi. Let me see how I look. Well, I look terrible. That's no surprise. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay. Not too bad. Okay, yep. So yeah, I'm not dead. Sorry. Oh no! No other than Jose Lopez. Well, you better try the other track I drove. I always forget the name. No, I don't have a monitor for chat. It's doesn't work if I like. I don't know how the streamers do it. I can't. So, well, since Jose is on the mission now, enable cheat mode. Ow. Jose just went, hold my beer. That's better, but now I'm quite scared because Jose will be off doing a 47 now. But we had our minutes of fame. Short-term leadership. Ow! Let me just confirm that I was a bit quicker, I think it was. Oh no, it wasn't. I'm getting cheeky. Okay. Just more of that and better. It's all quite possible. oversteer, crap. That's it, that's a few tenths. It's really... when does human tissue English. When does human tissue melt? I think the human melting point is approaching. Just checking where the off track happens there. The bump becomes too big before the off track happens, that's good. Too much oversteer. That's all a bit too much sliding, I think. Looks cool. Turning it on the brakes like that, but... crap, 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 crap. That's slow. Slow final corner. Almost a 47. We were, Jose might have done his lap now. 4 tenths up. Exactly 4 tenths up. Loser. I realize, guys, this is not gonna last. Whew. I really own it in the first sector, those 2 hairpins. I get the braking done right, and I think perhaps I just use shorter gearing, which is possibly the secret. But there's more in there. But you saw 2 world records, 1 stream. Well, you as in nobody, but hey, that's the reason it's there, because it's going to be a video which 4 people may actually watch. So that's pretty cool. Before I leave, the whole reason I started playing the cards again, well, 2 reasons. Kartcraft, which looks amazing, and I just got hyped again. And I've always been tweaking my cards, and I haven't driven the original ones in Ryza for a very long time until now. And I always think, they're crap and the new ones are much better. But I figured, let's have a proper go in the old ones before I can compare it to the new one. So let's try the new one. Let's not do it. Probably cannot do a time trial. The physics won't be correct. They're a bit slower, a bit less power, I feel. Hey, hang on. Is that it? 29 horsepower? Oh, no! What? Oh, balls. It changed some. Bugger. It changed something. Just to make sure I was running the proper Automobilista, I did a resync. So all my files are gone. Yay! I may have them somewhere. How am I going to go about doing this without boring you? That's impossible. Yes, I know. Crap. That sucks. Well. Let me prepare those files. I'll just be a minute or 2. Be right back. preparation. I'm on it, I'm on it. Oh wow, everything's wet. Jeez. Yes. Good. Yep, that's all completely fluid, seamless operation of technology. Sorry about that. Yeah, that managed to scare everybody away. That's good. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry about that. Yeah, the files that were not there anymore because I did a verification on Steam to make sure I was on the original files, and then my hex or physics were no longer in there. So what was I saying? Just for timestamp sake, I've done a lot of karting in the past, and I haven't really played with the default Ryza Studios cards for a very long time. I've always been messing with things because it's quite a challenge. How do you make a go-kart go? It's always tricky, so always been messing with it and haven't touched the originals. Now, Kartcraft came out a while ago and it was quite impressive, at least visually. Still some physics bugs, but interesting there. And I know the physics developer there, Todd Wasson. He's one to be taken serious. So that just inspired me to do more karting again. And I've always felt that my karts were starting to feel better than the ones that were in Automobilista. However, I haven't driven them a lot, so that's why I've been doing that and setting some world records, which are currently being broken again by Jose Lopez. Somebody's holding his beer. Damn. Anyway, they were very good and very fun. But now it's interesting to compare against mine. What have I got to change? Oh crap. Oh boy. Which I've loaded, but what is the setup? Oh boy. He's quite the professional. Ooh. I don't know. Let's just find that out. I'm pretty sure this was less. That's all probably fine. I believe that was fine. I don't know about the brake pressure. I think it might have been a bit more, but I don't know. We'll find out. Oh yeah, this is the ref limiter. So anyway, so my physics. Oh, quite different. A lot easier on the force feedback. Yeah, I definitely need more brake strength there. So what's different in these physics? Well, you may be wondering why would you have a 105-liter fuel tank in a go-kart? That's quite the endurance race you're gonna do. Yeah. I am the fuel tank. Say what? Yes. So the nice thing about the fuel tank since forever, it's actually a sprung damped mass. So we have an 85 kilo kart frame and an 80 kilo fuel tank. That is sprung and damped. As your real body in a kart kinda is. Oh yeah, it's more slidey. I tend to make things slide a lot. So those dynamics are quite different, having a bit less of a rigid mass, because half of the weight of the kart is now sort of a bit sprung and damped. It's very different. I've also done quite a bit of like just checking for PDFs on kart frames. The stiffness and stuff like that. And I made quite a big sort of breakthrough in thinking about the chassis stiffness. Which initially, when I released the cards to Renato, he had to tweak them by quite a bit, because the way I thought it would work made the cars very oversteery. And that's the way I do the physics. I don't pick a number that feels good, I pick the numbers that I think make sense, realistically speaking. So I just thought at that time, the numbers that made the cards very oversteer were still the right numbers, so the oversteer must be coming from something else. But now having looked at it again, they were not the right numbers at all, I think. And that means that with numbers that I stand behind, that oversteer is sort of, well, it's still there, but it's tunable. And this feels quite different to the release cards that we have, but it's so tricky making cards because with a direct drive wheel and force load cell pedals, you just feel so much more. But I was impressed with the, despite some of the issues with the release physics, they were quite drivable, and well, I did a WR World record with it, if Jose hasn't beaten me. But these are less sort of edgy. That's if there's one thing about the release physics, I'd say they're a bit edgy. You have to really sort of be rude like that, throwing it into the corners, then it will bite quite nicely. And if you do manage to brake correctly, yeah, you can sort of turn it on the brakes, but it's all sort of a knife edge. And here it's a bit more of a... You can find that lockup point on the rear axle a bit easier. And you can go for a big slide by just tossing it into the corner. You can be a bit smoother with it, I find anyway. And it's interesting having a very stiff chassis, but then a softly sprung driver. But there's a bit less power and a bit less grip. It's a bit on the limit, I think, the release physics. I feel a lot more relaxed driving this, not having to give such harsh, sudden inputs. You can, like, have a nice super slide. Ow, 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 ow. And in some ways it's actually more difficult to make physics with a bit less grip. Because if with the release physics you saw I got some on-power oversteer here, for example. And with less grip that just becomes more of an issue. So if you have a car that is less grippy but still accepts the power, it tends to be less on the knife edge and the whole thing is a bit more forgiving. See, it took... Ow. Yeah, H-pattern shifter here. Took quite a while for... it's just very weird using a H-pattern shifter. Took a while for the rear axle to lock up there. It just oscillates nicer. A bit easier to keep momentum. Of course, kart frames are very stiff. There's no suspension. That's nice. But the stiffness is only like vertical. It's not so much in roll. And it's very difficult figuring out what sort of stiffness to give the thing vertically and in roll, and what's the front and the rear stiffness. Anyway, this is not as much fun as the other track. Keyboard, yay. Whee! That's so easy. That's good fun. Let's just do a couple more laps here. Oh man. But it's still pretty hard to say, well, what is better then? YOLO, is this the correct one? Probably nope. Default. Brake pressure. Bzzz. Because you saw, you know, I did a world record or two with the default physics, so they are obviously amazing. No, but it's quite different. But it's interesting that over all those years, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Why is there a rev limiter of 9 grand on this thing? Well, it's all about physics testing. Sometimes you want to drive slowly. But most of the time you don't. This is the absolute worst, but pretty much the only compact mouse key thingy. It would be good if it didn't sort of forget it was connected every minute or so. Very different here. This is where I do most of my laps. The chassis being very undamped, if you get a big hit going, it remains like vibrating for quite a while. And the driver actually has a damping effect on controlling the oscillation of the chassis. That's what's so nice about doing it this way. It's just a bit less hard work. Oh, that's too much. But perhaps it needs a bit more damping. It is very bouncy. It's really a never-ending. Kart physics are the most never-ending physics tweaking in the world. So different. Quite a bit slower. See, that's sort of a easier slide than with the release physics, where it's very much more a knife edge. To be on your toes, if you give it a big hit from the curb, then the thing bounces, but it's really nice. It's way more controllable sideways. No track limits in practice sessions. Always a shame that we don't have the replay fidelity showing everything bouncing and moving quite correctly. It's not terrible, but it's not perfect. That's too much bounce. Here the default physics will be a bit oversteery. It's weird. It's just, I think, more balanced, possibly. And it's sometimes that was a bit over the top, but sometimes it takes bumps really well, and sometimes the impact is just a bit, creates a sort of a bumping frequency that upsets the kart, but not always. It's typically fine if you just hit the left or the right side over curbs, because that's where the kart frame is not so stiff in roll. But if you hit them with the front axle, then creates a far bigger input. Press the clutch like in a real kart. Let's look at that lap. Nice on the brakes, little drift entry there. Too much inside curve, really upset the thing. That was an oversteer that I thought it would cost me the lap, but didn't. And there's the third pedal, yeah. So, yeah. Quite interesting to feel the difference in physics between the release ones and these that are a few years of going all sorts of wrong alleys, and I don't know which alley I'm currently going down in, but it's quite different and interesting. But also a positive surprise how nice the original AMS release physics still are. A bit more on edge, a bit difficult, but hey, I can do a world record, which let's just see if that's been beaten yet. Uh-oh. Let's not pick me, because my physics are now illegal. They don't work, so it's not like you can just change the physics and have an attempt. Still on top. I hope I oh yeah. Oh, hey, somebody tried. Alan Fry. Well, he hasn't fried me yet. Never been on top, a rare, and never with such a gap, so just gloat in this moment for a little while. Anyway, very few people that are still watching. I hope that was somewhat enjoyable. Let's see if there are any chat stuff that I've missed. Not a lot. Ooh. Yeah, sim racing while the Earth tries to melt you. It's brave or stupid. That's sometimes very close. AMS 2, won't go into that too much. I've made a video about my physics tools where I talk about it a bit as well, and so it's not worth going into again. Yeah, Nia Wolf says it's weird. You think cars basically have no suspension. It's easy, but actually the frame stiffness and how it twists and vertical and in roll is very important, and it's not infinitely stiff, and it's quite important actually to get that right. And I don't know if it's currently right or not. It just feels nice, but there is some calculation and stuff to estimate the stiffness of it. Okay. Well, guys, this will be a video. I realize, you know, I stream very, very rarely, and even when I do, I'm not like a professional at this. So not too many views, I realize that, but I wanted to make this video of 2 world records. Once it's processed, it will just be a video. That's kind of my way of doing it these days. Just stream it, 10 or 20 people might watch, and then it will be a video for the other 10 or 20 people. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave your comments down below if you want to do that. I'll try to answer them, and have a good melting Sunday if you live in Europe and it's 30 degrees. Bye bye. Oh, I said bye bye too early. Cheers. See ya. Yeah.